All right, here we are again in Adobe Illustrator, and this is part 3 of my series on how to get you up to speed on how to use Illustrator quickly, and this is going to be working with text. Text is a fun one. There's a lot going on with text, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I can. But if you click and hold the type tool over here, you'll see there's various ones, right? First and foremost, if you just click out here we go, how to type. So you have I just typed just a basic little word, and you can go to window here, pull down to type, and we're going to get out character, and we're going to do that one more time. That popped up on my other screen. There you go. And we're going to go down to type again, and we're going to get paragraph. So and both of these have little guys that say show options, so it just gives you more. This one's a little bit less, but it's hyphenate. You're going to like that. You might. So yeah, it gives you a little bit more options. I don't know why they don't just show them all, but they don't. So I'm going to increase the size of this. I'm holding shift, that lets it jump up by 10, or just one at a time, whatever you need, or you can just type in there and change it. So I have this going, right? This is called point type, and you can just keep on typing. It'll just go forever. Watch. So I'm just going to go like that. And if you want to do a return, you just hit return and then you keep going, but it'll go all the way off the page, right? It won't stop unless you hit return. So if you have a certain area where you want to, let me get rid of all this, where you want to keep the text right within it, I'm going to go like this, boom, and let's say that I want all my text to be like on the left side of this black box, right? Okay, cool. So how do we do that? We click on the type tool again, but then now I'm just going to drag and see this? I'm going to drag it out like that. Boom, and let go. And then you make the font smaller. You can do that up here too, by the way. This depending on what you're clicking on, this changes. It's called the control bar. It's window, window and control. If this isn't checked, that's not going to be there. So make sure that's on. It's really handy. You don't have to keep opening all the palettes. But so I'm going to shrink the font down a lot. But so this is going to actually keep it in there. So you keep typing, right? And it's just going to hit the returns for you, and et cetera, right? Boom. And then if you need hyphenation, like I showed you earlier, I mentioned, you can hyphenate it. I know that's not real text, but I wasn't going to type a story for you guys. And if it does get too long, I'm going to shorten the box actually. So you can still mess with the box size. And I'm going to go here, and if it doesn't fit, you get this little plus. That means overset text. So that means you're either going to need to make the font smaller, right? Now it's not there. See, you get a little big, too big, then it gets cut off. So you can make the font smaller, or you can mess with the leading and the spacing, the vertical spacing. See this? I can squish it all together. I can you can do any of this stuff. You can spread out. You can make the letters closer together or farther apart. So there's a lot going on here. I would suggest just messing around with it and then just deleting it. Don't try to get everything perfect on the first go. Just be experimental. You can always hit undo, So there's another complete other side of text that I'm going to show you now. If you want to access the type tool, just hit T on your keyboard. And I'm just going to type out logo. And I'm going to make this a bolder font. And if you want to access all your fonts, they're right here, or you can go to type and font, and then it gives you a little. It even shows you what they look like on the right side. So and you can drag text bigger, but this is live text, so there's a lot of things I can't do to this while it's live text. But I'm going to show you a couple things you can do real quick. Like one thing you can do is you can let's shrink this down and make it look closer together. Like if you were going to do some, like a cool techie logo, you might want your text closer together or something. So you can do that here, and gives you something like that. I just did an option drag, by the way, to get me a duplicate of it. But I'm going to show you something way more powerful than that. Because, like, for instance, you can't combine these letters. Like if I get the Pathfinder out, which I showed you in the last video, and you want to combine all these into one shape, it's not going to do anything. See? Nope, can't do it. So you need paths, and that's you get that from text. See, I can still type on this, right? So I'm going to click the text, I'm going to go up here to type, and I'm going to go to create outlines. Now I've made it into a shape like I drew it. And it is grouped by default, so you go to object and ungroup, and you have that. Now I can move these around freely, and I can also just go like this. I'm going to hold shift because that keeps everything in a straight line. If I don't, I can move it around like that. And then you can push this over, maybe a little too far, and like that, and like that. So now I've combined them. I mean, I've overlapped them, but you can still see that they're individual letters. So if I get my Pathfinder out, I'm going to unite them. Wait, I'm going to add a stroke real quick. Click on the stroke. I'm going to make it something we can see. I always try to make these as ugly as possible so we can see everything. And now, so you can see the strokes are going over each other like I showed you in the last vid. But I'm going to hit unite on this, and booyah. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. That's how you combine the letters into like a full-blown shape. So let's move to the next one. I'm going to get type on a path right here. First of all, I need a path, so I probably should have started with that. So I'm going to make a circle. Now that I have this circle, I will now select my type on a path, and I will type on it. Type on a path. Okay, so I'm typing on a circle now, and same rules apply. You can you can make it bigger and smaller, etc. So when I click off of the typing thing, though, this is where things get tricky. Pretty cool, but there's an entry point and an exit point. So these two little guys right here, you can move around where the type starts and finishes, much like a box. And if you want to mess with the orientation, so there's entry and exit, like I said. If you move the exit point around, it starts eating up the text. See that little box came back? But there's also this orientation, meaning that the text is on the outside of the circle. So if I just grab this little guy, you see the little arrow pops up, and I put it in the inside. Well, now it's in the inside, right? So, and then I can grab it again and just bring it back to the outside. So it's this little orientation indicator, which is really cool, And stroke and fill also, same thing. You can change the color of your text. Whoops, that's on stroke. Let me undo that. I do want to show you a couple things real quick. So if I zoom in on this, here we go. I'm going to add this the stroke again, like I just did. Oops, I did not do that right. There we go. Stroke, and now I'm going to go back here and make that black. So stroke and fill, and you can see that I wanted to align this stroke in the inside or outside or on the center. Let me show you what I mean. It sounds a little confusing, but I'll make it make sense for you in a second. I'm going to thicken that up so we can see it. So at the moment, type is always defaulted to the center of the stroke. If I click on these, they're actually grayed out. It doesn't work. It's not letting me do it. So again, you have to, with type, you have to create outlines on stuff if you want to get, if you want to mess with the type in a more close-up way. So you can see that the stroke is on the center, and I'll show you what this means. I'm going to hit inside, and it's going to put it all on the inside. See that? And on the outside, it's going to put it all on the outside. And then center is right in the middle. So you can't do that if it's still live text. It has to be outlined, so create outlines. So that's a lot to take in, but we're lucky we can pause and rewind these things. So hopefully that helped. If it did, make sure to hit like and leave me a comment so other people can see this as well. And part 4 of this is coming up, and that's going to be aligning objects and using guides to really set up a good layout. So come back for that one. It's up next in this playlist. And hopefully everything helped you. Thanks.